Blessed greetings to all my supporters. This is Jah-P Sports Talk. I hope everyone is keeping safe. So yesterday we saw where Cricket West Indies announced a 15-member T20 squad to tour Nepal. Yes, they will be playing in the UAE. So the squad is a very interesting squad. A lot of the senior players are not in the squad, and some of the senior players are with the test squad to head off to India. So I'm gonna just let you down into the squad. So we have Akil Hussain. Yes, Akil Hussain will be the captain of this T20 team. Then Fabian Hallen, Joel Andrew, Akim Augustine, Naveen Bedesis, Jadia Blades, Casey Carty, Karim Agor, Jason Ola, Amir Django, Kyle Myers, Obed Mackay, Zishan Matara, Raman Simmons, and Shamar Springer. Yes, that is the squad, my viewers. A lot of persons are saying that why didn't give Jason Holder the captaincy, but I think that Jason Holder don't want the captaincy. I don't know if Cricket West Indies I tried to reapproach him. We know that he was a captain a few years ago. So I'm just thinking that maybe Jason Wola is saying that, the next few years from now, I am out. Not saying that age really matters, but I'm thinking that he just don't want the captaincy again, and as a result of that, they have to give someone else who is younger and coming up, and, this is a new role for Akil Hussain. He has been with the team for some time now. So, we're hoping that, he can continue to focus on his bowling, along with this captaincy mentality, and also, he can do a little thing with the bat. So, we're hoping that this three-match T20 series, will be a very exciting one. The last time the West Indies tour Nepal, trust me, Nepal gave us a run for our money. So trust me, we're expecting the same thing from the Nepalese. So this team, a lot of these players were in the CPL, are in the CPL. CPL hasn't finished as yet. I'm really happy to see some of these names being called up. There are talks of a few other persons that should have been in the squad, but you know, whenever it comes down to a squad, you cannot name everyone. You understand me? Some will be left out, and some that you don't expect will be called up. So it's just one of those situations. You understand me? We saw where Akim Augustine, we saw the potential of him. Naveen Bidesis, we know the potential. Jadia Blades had played a few matches. Karim Agor, he started well. We see that he have potential. Kyle Myers haven't been in the squad for some time now. But we're happy to get him back. It's a nice way for him to try and make back his name into the West Indies squad overall. So we also see a return of Obed Mackay, you know, and Zishan Motara. This will be his first tour. Raman Simmons also, so and Casey Carty. So trust me, it's a series where some of these players need to take responsibility. You understand me? Some of these players definitely need to take added responsibility because even Casey Carty, he has been around with the team for some time now. Jason Ola, Amir Django play a few matches, Kyle Myers. So it is a nice opportunity for some of these players to take a greater responsibility in the team, going up against a opposition like Nepal, you know? Yes. So we're not gonna underestimate Nepal. As I said, they gave us a run for our money the last time we toured them. So I am expecting the same, because the last squad that had went, the squad was a little bit mixed compared to this squad, you know. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how these players adapt quickly and try to make a name for themselves in terms of getting their names into the West Indies setup, and could also transition over into the test team, the whole EI team, or the senior team, the regular senior team into the T20. You know, so as I said, I'm not sure who they had gave the vice captaincy. I'm not sure who got the vice captaincy, but I'm not seeing it right here. But whoever as a vice captain, we know that Kyle Myers may be giving Akil Hussein a bit of advice also. Jason Holder, he will definitely give his advice here and there, even though he's not the captain. So trust me, we're expecting a very competitive series for the West Indies. There were talks about Quinton Sampson being into the squad. They're saying that no Guyanese players are in the squad. A lot of questions. Why this player? Why that player? There are talks of why Andre Fletcher wasn't included. So trust me. As I said, my viewers, not everyone going to be included into into a squad, you know. But regardless of that, we are just asking for everyone who have been picked to make the most of this tour, try to make a name for themselves, and then the rest will be history, you know. So I'm just gonna run you down into the schedule that the West Indies will have versus Nepal. So just give me 1 second. So the first T20, this match will be played on the 27th of September, right? Then the second one will be on the 28th, so it's a back-to-back match, and then the final will be on the 30th of September. All right. So that's it for the West Indies and Nepal you know. And after that, now we see Nepal will be playing some World Cup qualifier there in October, you know. So that series versus the West Indies should be a little bit of warm up. You understand? So we wish the Nepalese all the best, and we wish the West Indies all the best in this tour that they will be going on to Nepal. So, players out there, I want you all to just take this opportunity that you're getting with both hands. You get the opportunity to go out there to make a name for yourselves, let the world see and know who you are. You understand me? So, we're just asking for some commitment in with these players, and hoping that at the end of the tour, we will be victorious over Nepal. But as I said earlier on, the Nepalese is a very young team, but they are also very competitive. So we're expecting stiff competition. All right, especially to the fact that the West Indies has a mixture of youth, are mostly youth at the moment in this squad. All right. So my viewers and subscribers, this is Jah-P Sports Talk once again. I beg your pardon if I am not being able to be with you too often from the other day, but I am around. If you don't see me here, I'm over there on Facebook, TikTok. I am here, my viewers. I beg your pardon. I'm not here as often as how I would want to be. You understand me? But mysterious on my ears, Yard Food, School as Jamaica TV, Sports Circle G45, Maya's Way, Trev Essence, all my subscribers, all my commenters, all the likers, all the viewers. I appreciate every second, every minute out of your times. So I just wish you guys all the best for the remainder of the week. And we hope to see the West Indies playing some good cricket versus Nepal. All right. So if there's anything that I left off, my viewers, you can drop it in the comment section, and I will reply to you accordingly. All right. So keep safe until next time. Jah-P Sports Talk.